Good day, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Isaac Sebeka. Let me ask a simple question, but important one. Should the tenure of the President of Ghana be extended from 4 years to 5 years at the Jubilee House? We are back today to examine the proposal made by the Constitutional Review Committee about the need to increase the tenure of the President. And before we can do that, we would like to look at some historical background, where we have come from as a republic up to where we are now. Therefore, let us look at the previous republic and then let's see how best they also contextualize this particular point we are discussing now. Now, under the first Republican Constitution, the president term was 5 years. However, in 1964, the Constitution was amended and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was made president for life. During the Second Republic, the president had a 5-year term, but the prime minister had no fixed term. He served as long as he enjoyed the confidence of parliament at the time. This reflected the Westminster system, or in political science, we have what we call the presidential system and the parliamentary system. And this was a parliamentary system. That is why we had a president and then we had a prime minister. However, under the 1979 Constitution, or the Third Republic, the term of the president was reduced to 4 years, and this standard has carried us to the Fourth Republic in what we are practicing now. What has been the experience of these presidents? We know that under the first presidency of the Fourth Republic, which was President Jerry Rawlings, he served 8 years, having served as the head of state under the government of the PNDC for 11 years. So at the end of the 11 plus 8, the president was very tired and he was very much in a hurry to leave. So he left. And we had elections in the year 2000 and 2001. President John Ajikun Kufuor became the president. He governed the country for 8 years. Well, there's one remarkable thing that he told all Ghanaians when he was giving his last sessional address to Parliament. He argued that the 4 years is too short to implement major national projects. He explained that the first year is largely spent informing the government, making appointments, all forms of appointments. And these appointments include ministers, deputy ministers, CEOs, high commissioners, ambassadors, all forms of appointments that the president needed to make at the time. Therefore, his recommendation was that the presidency should be extended to 5 years. And he also was very clear enough that the first year is spent in making this appointment, because all the appointments that you make as a president, you must ensure there's ethnic balancing, regional balancing, religious balancing, gender balancing, as well as political interest balancing as well. It's important to also put in perspective that Kufuor's recommendation to extend the tenure of the president was not a selfish one. He has finished serving his term, he has done his 8 years, and he made a recommendation that this recommendation is for the national interest, and as far as we are concerned, and that was for the national interest as well. Unfortunately, President Atta Mills, may he so rest in peace, did not complete his tenure, so he could not have a position on that. Same way is President Mahama as well. He did not also finish the second term. He did only 1 term plus half year of that of the President Mills. However, President Akufo-Addo is the next president after President Kufuor, who also served the 8-year mandate. And his argument was that in his sessional address to Parliament, he made it clear that for him, the Constitution needs to be allowed to run for some number of years before we could make amendment. Consequently, he didn't have a position whether to increase the tenure or to maintain the tenure as it is. It's important to learn from some jurisdictions as well. When you start a business and you study best practices from successful business companies to grow your own, it's important to learn the tenures that they use. Then you can also use to grow your business as well. Similarly, Ghana, as a developing country, we must also learn from others who are done better than us or who are doing better than us in the area of economy, governance, and other areas as well. And these countries, one of the group that is very special for all of us that we all know that have been successful in this area is the G7. And let's take a little look at the G7 and what they practice in their country. The G7 members are United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Germany, France, and Italy. These are the countries we call the G7. They are the most powerful industrialized countries in the world. And what is their tenure of office that we have? We have United States of America. They have 4-year presidency. United Kingdom, they can go up to 5 years. Canada has 4 years. Japan has 4 years. Germany has 4 years. France has 5 years. Italy has 5 years. But it's important to have an idea about the system of government that these countries also practice. In the United States of America, they practice federal system of government. And in short, federation means that we have the president responsible for the entire country, but we have the states responsible for their management of the states. So if you have a federal system of government, all the powers are not concentrated in the presidency. The state governors also exercise some form of power as well. And consequently, the president's longevity or the president's short period of time does not matter so much to them as well. Another country that we have that is also a member of G is the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is a unitary state, but they have 5 years. Like Ghana, we have a unitary state, but we have 4 years. Canada is a federal system of government. They also have state governors as well. And then if you go to another country that's important here is Germany. Germany has 4 years, but they also have federal system of government. They have various states governing different issues, different policies. So in terms of education, health, and all these policies are run and also run by the state government as well. France is also a unitary state, but they have 5 years. Italy is a unitary state, but they also have 5 years as well. Now, of all these countries who are members of G7, it's only United States of America that is a full-fledged presidential system, whereby the president exercises control over the entire nation. The rest of them, the six of them, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Japan, France, and Italy, are all parliamentary systems, meaning that we have the president or the head of state or the kingdom head, whichever name the country will call it, and the prime minister. In this particular context, we are referring to the prime minister, the tenure that the prime minister can exercise. Now, let's look at some few observations here. 3 of the G7 countries, the United States, Germany, and Canada, all have 4-year tenure. These are also federal states where local governments have autonomy over critical areas like education, health, and social services. 3 of the G7 countries, France, the United Kingdom, and Italy, have 5-year terms for their head of state or head of government at the time. Now, Japan is a unique one. It has 4-year term in a unitary system, but the local government still enjoys some limited autonomy in areas like education, healthcare, administration as well. Now, let's compare it to our neighbors as well, because it's important to also have understanding about who are our neighbors and what is their terms as well, or how long does the president stay in power. 1. Togo. The president has 6 years. Burkina Faso, before the military takeover, was 5 years. Benin had 5 years. Now they've extended it to 7 years. La Côte d'Ivoire has 5 years. And Nigeria, our junior brothers, have 4 years as well. Now, the debate on whether to extend Ghana's presidential term from 4 to 5 years is not just about numbers, it's about governance, efficiency, policy continuity, national development. We must carefully balance the need for stability, accountability as well. The decision to keep or to increase the tenure of the president is in the hands of government and people of Ghana. But from our analysis from the Isaac Civic Hub, it will benefit Ghana to increase the limit from 4 years to 5 years to ensure that the president has enough time to govern the country and also ensure that the last year is not only used for elections, but used for the development of the country as well. Thank you. This is Isaac Civic Hub. We invite you to bring your comments. If you have any topic you want us to discuss, please share with us here. We'll be happy to discuss your topic. Thank you and have a nice day. God bless you.